Hey, what's up guys? Today we are going to talk about power of attorney, and in particular the overseas power of attorney. Now, what is a power of attorney? A power of attorney is a legal document that authorizes another person known as the attorney to do certain acts and things, including signing documents. For example, you could do a power of attorney to sell your house, or to buy a house, to sell your car, to open a fixed deposit box, to do many things. So there are three different types of powers of attorney. One is the HDB power of attorney, which allows you to buy or rent the HDB flat, sell or rent the HDB flat, or just rent the HDB flat. Then there is a private property POA, which is only for private property and cannot be combined with the HDB power of attorney. A lot of people come to me, they want to do a HDB power of attorney, they want to do a private property power of attorney, and they want to combine the two. No, it is not possible, because HDB will require the law firm to confirm that it has used the standard format. The last most common type of power of attorney is called the general power of attorney, which basically gives almost all kind of power under the sun and includes the powers in the private property power of attorney. The person who is giving the power, that means usually the person who is going overseas or not able to sign the documents, the person who is giving the power is called the donor. And the person who is acting on behalf of the donor is called the attorney. Now, many people think that attorney means lawyer. No, it is not true. An attorney is simply someone that you trust. It could be your family member, your friend, or someone else that you appoint to sign documents on your behalf. And also, as an aside, you should, unless you trust the person, your power of attorney should never state that monies will go directly into your attorney's bank account. So, most people, before they go overseas or before they go to prison, they would usually go to a lawyer's office to prepare a power of attorney. For example, if you are going overseas in a week or two, and you know that your HDB flat completion is going to be 2 or 3 months or 6 months later, or perhaps you know you're going to sell your HDB flat in 6 months or a year later, you come to the lawyer's office to do a power of attorney before you go overseas or before you go to prison. And to do that is very simple. You just book an appointment on our website. You come to our office. Only you need to come to our office. Only the donor needs to come to the office, to the lawyer's office, with his NRIC. And then the attorney does not have to come to the lawyer's office. All the donor needs is the NRIC number of the attorney, his name, and his address. The whole process takes less than 10 minutes because it's a standard template. Okay, it will be done in front of you over here. You check for any errors. If there are no errors, you sign before the lawyer, and then we will upload it to the High Court. And the court will take between 3 to 7 days to approve the power of attorney, which is in a PDF format. Okay, the original that you sign at the lawyer's office will be handed to you after you sign and we scan the power of attorney. The one that we upload to the court is a PDF, and the approved one is also a PDF. So there's no such thing as an original approved power of attorney. The so-called original approved one is a PDF document with a court seal on the cover, which you can see over here. Now, with this corona pandemic, when people are stuck all over the world, okay, for example, you may be stuck in France or Germany or Australia and you cannot come back, but you want to sell your HDB flat, or you want to sell your condominium, but you're not here to sign the sale documents or the purchase documents. What do? You do this thing called an overseas power of attorney. Essentially, you email us, okay, you give us your details, you give us the details of your attorney, We will prepare the power of attorney to you, email it to you, and you sign it in the country that you are stuck in. You have to sign it either at a Singapore embassy or consulate. Consulate is the same as embassy. You sign it at a Singapore embassy or before a notary public. Now, what is a notary public? A notary public is simply a lawyer who has a special license, a special stamp, okay, to witness foreign documents. So for example, if you are in Australia and you cannot come back to Singapore to sign your your sale or purchase documents, you look for an Australian notary public who will witness you sign the power of attorney, which you then have to post it back to us. If you sign the overseas power of attorney at the Singapore embassy, you do not need to courier it back to us because there's the embassy stamp on it. You simply email it back to us and we will upload it to the court directly. If you are signing it before a notary public, the court requires inspection of the notary seal because apparently notary seals can be forged. So if you sign the power of attorney before a notary public in whichever country you are in, you must courier or registered post the power of attorney back to Singapore, and we will have to charge extra because we have to pay the clerk, okay, to bring the power of attorney with the notary seal to the court for inspection of the seal. The process for the overseas power of attorney is the same. After we upload it with the court, and if it's signed before a notary public and we let the court inspect it, it will be approved in 3 to 7 days. We will email the approved PDF power of attorney to your attorney. We'll email a copy to him, and we'll also print out 2 certified true copies, which he then can use for whatever purposes, to show to the housing agent that he wants to sell, to show to the conveyancing lawyers, or to whatever. Now, very important thing, let's talk about rectification, errors. It is very important when you do your power of attorney to check for errors. Errors in the name, errors in the IC number, errors in the address. Because if there are errors, you will have to do this document called a deed of rectification, which is a very tedious process. And we charge quite a lot because it's a very tedious process. It has to be read together as one document together with the power of attorney. Now, for HDB power of attorney, the maximum time limit is 6 years. For all other type of power of attorneys, you can specify a time limit or forever. And so what happens if you no longer need the power of attorney and you want to cancel the power of attorney? Very simple. You need to execute a document called a deed of revocation, which is basically to revoke. A deed of revocation will have the original power of attorney stuck behind, annexed, exhibited behind, and it also has to be filed with the court. So this will tell the court to cancel the old power of attorney. So thanks for watching this video on overseas power of attorney.